Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the midweek market breakdown. Now, guys, on this session, I'm going to be updating you on the pairs that we did analyze on Sunday, and also had our session on Monday based on this pair. So I'm just going to give you an update on how these pairs have been progressing, and we're also going to be doing what we're also going to be forecasting our interests that we are looking to take on these pairs. But first and foremost, let us start with what the DXY, which represents what the overall dollar index. So this one on the daily, we do see that price previously gave us what this impulsive move formed what this continuation pattern, and then price broke out, giving us this impulsive move, and then price formed what once again this continuative structure, forming a breakout, a retest, and then price started to do what, to climb all the way to the upside. So price is having what, a high probability of impulsing all the way to the upside. And now if we're jumping into our forward time frame, we do see what this is an impulsive move, price giving us what this continuation, and then breaking out, confirming what those buys to the upside. And now if we're going into our lower time frame, what are we seeing? Price giving us what this continuation pattern. So this is a confirmation that price is having what, a higher probability of climbing to the upside. So guys, that is it with the DXY. Now let us start with that with the NAS 100, which is what our first index. Now with the NAS 100, let us jump into what the daily. Now, as you're on the daily with this one, what are we seeing? We do see price coming from what, this impulsive move, giving us this continuation pattern breaking out, indicating that price is having what, the high probability of impulsing all the way to the upside. And if now we're moving onto the 4-hour time frame, previously we do see what this was an impulsive move. Price gave us what, this continuation pattern from what, the breakout, and then what happened? Price did impulse up. And now coming over here at the current price, what are we seeing? We do see that this is acting as what, as an impulsive move, and this is acting as what, as our continuation structure. So indicating that if this breaks out, this is having what, the higher probability of climbing to the upside. So now coming into our lower time frame, what are we looking for? So all that we're looking for is for price to form what, a continuation pattern. So if price forms that a continuation pattern somewhere there, or if it does this, breaks out, then this would be a nice and sufficient entry for me to do it, to execute those buys to the upside. Something like this. This is what I'm looking for. These continuation patterns somewhere around there. Then this would be what that ideal entry that I'm looking for on the NAS 100. So that is it on the NAS 100. Now let us jump into our Forex pairs. Now the first pair of the day that I'm having what, the Australian dollar over the New Zealand dollar. So breaking this down, let us start on the daily. So on the daily time frame, we do see price coming from this impulsive move, giving us what, this continuation pattern out from the breakout over here, and then price already started to impulse to the downside. So price is having what, a high probability of continuing to impulse to the downside, impulse correction and impulse to the downside. And also going to what, our mid-time frame, what are we seeing? Price previously impulsive move, this was what, our continuation, price dropped down, and then currently this is our impulsive move, and then this is our corrective structure. So prices already from the breakout. So this is having what, a high probability of impulsing to the downside. And now coming to what, our entry time frame, what are we looking for on our end to be able to execute? So just a simple impulsive move followed by the continuation. So I'm looking for this small impulsive moves and continuations. But in the high time frame, they'll appear as what, as just one impulsive movement to the downside. So I'm looking to take advantage of that impulsive move, like so. So this is the type of entry that I'm looking for on this pair. And now coming into my next pair, which is the Australian dollar over the Canadian dollar. So with this one, now as we're moving into our daily time frame, what are we seeing? Impulsive move. This was what the continuation price broke out. So price is having what, the higher probability of continuing to impulse all the way to the downside. And now coming into the forward time frame, what are we seeing? Price has been forming what, these multiple continuations to confirm those sales. And now in the lower time frame, what are we seeing? What are we looking for? Just a simple continuation that we can use. So this is possibly that entry that I might be executing with. As price does this, drop to the downside, and then forms that overall breakout that I'm looking for, then I'd be more than happy to execute those shorts all the way to the downside. This is how I'm looking at executing the AUDCAD, like so. Just a simple continuation. I entered the breakout. And now for my next pair, which is what the Australian dollar with the Canadian dollar. So this one, on the daily, what I see, this was an impulsive move. This was a corrective structure. Priced it from what the breakout over here, as you can see. But I'm no longer interested that much in this pair. Why? Because if I'm looking at this like so, this is looking like what a reversal pattern against the overall trend, because I'm looking for reversals to the downside. So this would in turn look something like this. So this would be a reversal structure, no longer acting as a continuation. This was the 90% roll, and then now price is going what a reversal in the opposite end to the upside. So that is why I'm no longer interested on GBP CAD. So this would be my final pair, the Australian dollar over the US dollar. So let me give you a breakdown on this one. So on the daily, we do see what this is an impulsive move. This was what our continuation price from the breakout, and this price gave us what this small continuation from the breakout. Overall, this is having what high probability of dropping down. So on the 4 hour, at the moment, we're not seeing anything much except price was from what this was what the previous 4 hour continuation to confirm what the results before it turned into what this daily pattern to the downside. But on the lower time frame, the only thing that I'm looking for on my end is just a simple continuation pattern like this, forming what the breakout. So if this breaks out, then definitely I will be executing my entry, like so stop loss above the pattern, entry on the breakout, and my target all the way to the downside. So this is that ideal type of entry that I'm looking for on this pair, like so. So yeah, guys, this is how my watch list has been looking like. So the only update that I made was removing what that pound CAD, simply because the daily pattern was now disaligning with the overall trend. It was going against the trend. So that's the only reason why I removed that pair. But overall, my watch list is looking pretty much the same. I'm focused mainly on AUDUSD and possibly AUDCAD, because these are the two that might be giving me what an entry if they do form a breakout. So yeah, guys, this is how my watch list is looking like for the day. Hopefully this session was very informative. So I don't know, guys, if any of you have any questions. Any questions before we close off our session? Let me check them by the chat.